No, I know.
Do you still get to that point where you either open up a magazine or a newspaper or someone, in a interview like this, or whatever, goes, "Oh, is it true that?" You must just think, "Oh God, how many times?"
Do you know what? I don't read it, so a lot of the time it's all news to me.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you hear things, there's people out there snapping their neck to tell you bad things that's been said, and there's people out there that'll say, "Oh, is it true that this is happening?" or whatever. But I don't actually physically buy those magazines and read them because it's just not good. It's not good. Sometimes it's soul destroying, and I would never believe the hype. So what's the point? I don't like it. I don't like that whole side of it. I just keep my head down and do what I do what I love doing, and let them get on with what they've got to do, I suppose. I do see the papers the odd time. If whoever I'm with's got them, I'll have a read and a flick through and see what's going on in the world. But
Yeah.
I don't read the stuff about myself. I don't like it.
Well, what about the whole America thing? Because you mentioned that you've obviously been toing and froing to LA to work on this album, 3 Words
Yeah.
it's called. Do you kind of think, well, one day I'd like to go over there, do some more work there? I mean, obviously you've been over to work on the album itself, but what about in terms of touring
As
or
in
whatever?
promoting and
Yeah.
stuff. It's quite a scary territory, and it's not something I've thought about, to be quite honest with you. I need to be accepted here first and foremost, and I'm a real home person. I think I would possibly struggle a little bit. I mean, if I was given the opportunity, I suppose I'd be crazy to not go for it, and I would give it me all, but it's not something I'm thinking about just yet, no.
Okay. Do you Twitter?
I don't. I do, but not personally. I haven't got my own Twitter page, but Fascination Records, who I'm signed with, do have, and I send it via them.
Right. So if anyone's thinking, because one thing with Twitter is, if you start looking for Cheryl Cole, the number of official, I'm doing that with my fingers, official Cheryl Cole.
That's really rude,
Yeah.
That's really rude. That's really bad. And I've heard about these people, and they say personal stuff, and I just think you're a weirdo.
Yeah.
You're an actual weirdo. Get my name off there. Stop impersonating us, because it's quite scary. So no, I haven't got a Twitter. I haven't got a MySpace. I haven't got a Facebook. But I do have a Twitter via Fascination Records.
Fascination Records. Okay, we
Yes.
should finally just quickly mention the album once again, which is called 3 Words. We should mention the fact as well that you and the rest of Girls Aloud, after your year-long... Well, I can't call it a break. It hasn't exactly been a break for you, has it?
It hasn't been a little...
Start working
I
holiday.
still have the other girls, to be fair. Sarah's just shot a movie.
Yeah.
So it's not actually... It's only a break from each other, I suppose, and
Sure.
we still go out together and have dinner together. The only thing we're not really doing is singing together, so you could just say a year out of the limelight as Girls Aloud.
Sure. But you're back this... you've been back, rather, supporting Coldplay.
I know. How amazing is that? Wembley Stadium. That was a fantastic... And Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I mean, that's one of the highlights of any performer's careers, I would say, performing at a stadium. So to be given that opportunity was unbelievable. It feels like a bit of a blur, like it didn't really happen or something now.
Do you know the really nice thing is that obviously you're still buzzing from that, and Chris Martin, this doesn't sound like a right name drop, but that came up in an interview with him months ago when it was just been announced. And one of my sort of questions to him was, you must be really looking forward to this. And he, seriously, he was so excited about the prospect of doing a gig with not just Jay-Z, but you as well.
I know, and do you know, he was so lovely. He's actually one of the nicest guys out there. He came into the dressing room, we made sure everyone was all right, everyone was taken care of. He sent us a thank you note for coming on.
Wow.
From Coldplay, which I sent him one back. I actually forgot to put on the end, could you write 4 of those, because I don't know who's going to end up with this this card. I actually need to get onto that right now, because I either need some sort of copy of it or he needs to write another 4. But no, one of the nicest guys ever, and genuinely buzzing to have us on there.
Brilliant.
Crazy.
Who else? I mean, all right, you've done Coldplay and Jay-Z. Who else would really kind of get your heart racing and get those butterflies going in your stomach? And is there someone else you think, well, one day love to do a gig with? Who?
A gig with, or a gig watch. I felt like that when I watched Beyonce. Like, I felt like I could have physically been sick. It was that amazing.
Yeah.
Lady Gaga, I love watching. She fascinates me. But in terms of performing with, that's a really hard one. I think music's in a really great place at the minute. I would have said Kanye before The Weekend. But now I'm over that, kind of over that bit. No, do you know what, Will? Seriously, like, I think Will is a musical genius, and I genuinely do think he's got the potential to be the next worldwide massive producer of all time. Quincy Jones style.
Brilliant.
And I love him, love him, love him.
Fantastic.
So I couldn't ask to collaborate with anyone more than that, really.
Okay, well, that's praise indeed. Well, listen, we wish you all the very best with this single. It's Fight for This Love. We're going to stick it on right now. And we look forward to the album as well. It's called 3 Words.
It is.
And Cheryl, as ever, it's been a pleasure.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Mark.
girlsaloudmedia.com